When a woman wants intimacy with you, she doesn't rush toward the physical first. Instead, she opens emotional doors quietly, deliberately, and consistently. This is the first sign most men completely misunderstand, because they're trained to look for obvious signals. But intimacy, especially from a psychological standpoint, begins in the mind. A woman who desires you will find reasons to share her inner world. She talks about her thoughts, fears, childhood memories, frustrations, and dreams. These aren't random conversations. Psychologically, this is called emotional investment. She's testing safety, depth, and connection. If she didn't care, she would keep things surface level, polite, distant, safe. Notice how she listens to you when you speak. Not the casual listening people do while waiting for their turn to talk, but focused attention. She remembers small details. She brings them up later. This is a powerful indicator of interest. The brain does not store irrelevant information deeply. When she remembers your words, she's already emotionally involved. Another clear sign is vulnerability without prompting. She opens up without you pushing or prying. She shares weaknesses, not to gain sympathy but to create closeness. Psychologically, vulnerability is a bridge to intimacy. People only cross it when they feel drawn to someone. You'll also notice she seeks your opinion on personal matters, not because she lacks confidence, but because your perspective suddenly matters. When a woman values your judgment, she is subconsciously imagining you in a closer role in her life. Intimacy begins when your voice carries emotional weight for her. Importantly, she creates space for you. Time, availability, and priority are currencies of desire. She might message you first. She might extend conversations. She might delay ending an interaction. These behaviors aren't accidental. They're signals of emotional readiness. The mistake many men make is trying to escalate physically too soon. But psychologically, women move in stages. Emotional access comes first. If you respect this phase by staying present, calm, and attentive, you increase attraction naturally. Pressure kills desire. Presence multiplies it. True intimacy doesn't start in the bedroom. It starts the moment she lets you see parts of herself she doesn't show the world. And when a woman does that, she's already inviting you closer, whether she says it out loud or not. When a woman wants intimacy with you, her actions begin to change in small but meaningful ways. These shifts are subtle enough to be missed, yet consistent enough to be undeniable if you're paying attention. Psychology shows that desire reveals itself not through grand gestures, but through repeated personal behaviors. One of the clearest signs is initiated contact without a clear reason. She texts just to check in, shares something random, or sends something she knows you'll relate to. There's no practical purpose, only connection. This is not boredom. This is emotional pull. The mind seeks proximity to what it desires. Her tone also softens around you. She may tease you playfully, use inside jokes, or speak in a warmer, more relaxed way. Linguistically, this is known as mirroring and adaptation. People subconsciously adjust their communication style when they feel attraction. She is aligning herself emotionally with you. You may notice increased attentiveness to your reactions. She watches your facial expressions, notices when your mood changes, and responds to it. This level of awareness only appears when someone is emotionally invested. Indifference does not monitor emotions, interest does. Another powerful indicator is physical proximity without escalation. She sits closer, leans in, finds reasons to be near you, or extends moments of closeness. This is a psychological test of comfort and chemistry. She's gauging how safe and grounded you feel in her presence. When intimacy is desired, the body moves before the words do. Consistency is the key marker here. Anyone can show interest once, but when these behaviors repeat over time, without pressure from you, it signals genuine desire. Psychology tells us that repeated voluntary behavior reflects internal motivation, not obligation. You'll also notice she makes room for you in her daily life. She shares routines, updates, and moments that don't impress but connect. This inclusion is intimate. It means you're no longer just an option. You're becoming a presence. If you respond with patience and confidence without chasing or forcing clarity, you deepen attraction. Intimacy grows strongest when it feels safe, mutual, and unhurried. When a woman wants intimacy with you, she doesn't just move closer, she observes how you handle closeness. This is one of the most misunderstood psychological signs. Many men think attraction is about saying the right thing or doing more. In reality, it's about how stable you remain when intimacy becomes possible. She may test you emotionally in subtle ways, not with manipulation but with contrast. She might delay a reply, disagree with you, tease you, or momentarily pull back. Psychologically, this is a safety check. She's watching to see if you become anxious, reactive, or needy, or if you remain grounded and self-assured. A woman seeking intimacy wants a man who can hold emotional space. If she opens up and you overreact, rush to fix or seek reassurance. The attraction weakens. Calm presence is far more powerful than intensity. Emotional control signals reliability, and reliability fuels desire. You may notice she challenges your opinions or values. This isn't conflict, it's curiosity. She's assessing your confidence. Do you collapse to please her? Do you become defensive? Or do you stand calmly in your truth while respecting hers? Psychological intimacy grows when she feels safe expressing herself without destabilizing you. Another key sign is how she reacts to your boundaries. When you don't over-pursue, don't rush, and don't chase validation, her interest deepens. Desire thrives in balance, not pressure. If she senses you have a full life, self-control, and inner direction, intimacy becomes more appealing. She also watches how you respond to silence and uncertainty. Men who constantly seek clarity or reassurance signal emotional dependence. Men who remain steady signal emotional maturity. This steadiness makes her feel secure enough to open herself fully. When a woman wants intimacy with you, she's not looking for perfection. She's looking for emotional strength, the ability to stay present without clinging, confident without dominance, attentive without losing yourself. When a woman wants intimacy with you, her mindset quietly shifts from the present moment to the future possibility. This is a deep psychological transition, and it rarely happens without genuine emotional desire. She may not say, "I want you," but she will begin to place you into tomorrow. You'll notice this when she talks about future plans and naturally includes you in them. It might be casual, mentioning events, trips, routines, or scenarios where your presence feels assumed rather than requested. Psychologically, this is called future projection. The mind only projects people it feels emotionally safe and connected to. Another sign is increased emotional transparency. She becomes more honest about what she wants, what she doesn't tolerate, and what matters to her. This isn't drama, it's clarity. She's revealing her inner standards because she's subconsciously evaluating long-term compatibility. Intimacy grows where honesty feels safe. She also starts adjusting her behavior around you, not to impress but to align. She respects your time, mirrors your energy, and becomes more considerate of your boundaries. This alignment indicates she values harmony with you, a core requirement for emotional and physical intimacy. You may notice she seeks reassurance in indirect ways, not by asking if you like her, but by watching how you show up. Are you consistent? Do your actions match your words? Consistency creates trust, and trust is the foundation of intimacy. Importantly, she allows moments of silence with you. Comfortable silence is one of the strongest psychological signs of intimacy. It means she doesn't feel the need to perform. Presence alone becomes enough. If you respond by staying authentic without exaggeration or withdrawal, you reinforce the connection. Forced intensity breaks the illusion. Calm consistency strengthens it. The final and clearest psychological sign that a woman wants intimacy with you is this. Her defenses soften, not all at once and not dramatically, but noticeably. The emotional walls she keeps up with the world begin to come down around you. She becomes less performative and more real. Her tone relaxes. Her reactions are more honest. She doesn't try to impress you anymore because she already feels connected. Psychologically, this shift signals trust, and trust is the gateway to intimacy. You may notice she expresses desire indirectly, longer eye contact, slower movements, more comfortable physical closeness. These aren't accidents. When a woman feels safe and emotionally aligned, the body naturally follows. Desire doesn't need to be announced, it's felt. She also becomes less afraid of losing you, not because she doesn't care, but because she feels secure. This security allows her to show affection more openly. Intimacy requires the belief that connection won't be punished or withdrawn. Another powerful sign is acceptance. She stops trying to change you and instead learns you. Flaws don't trigger withdrawal. They invite understanding. This is a deep emotional signal that she sees you as someone worth connecting with on a fuller level. At this stage, intimacy is no longer something she's evaluating, it's something she's allowing. And the most important thing you can do is not disrupt it. Stay present. Stay respectful. Stay grounded. Desire grows strongest in calm certainty, not urgency. When a woman lets her guard down with you, she's already chosen closeness. All that remains is for you to meet her there. without fear, without force, and without losing yourself. When a woman truly wants intimacy with you, there comes a point where she stops needing to control the direction of the interaction. This is a subtle but powerful psychological shift. It doesn't mean submission, it means trust. She feels safe enough to let you guide the moment. You'll notice this when she follows your pace instead of setting it. If you slow down, she stays. If you change direction, she adapts. This responsiveness is not passive, it's cooperative. Psychology shows that people surrender control only when they feel emotionally secure and aligned. She becomes more receptive to your decisions. Where to go, when to leave, what to do next, not because she lacks opinions, but because she trusts your judgment in the shared space between you. This trust is essential for intimacy to deepen. Her body language mirrors this shift. She relaxes physically. Movements become more fluid. Resistance disappears, not because she's unsure, but because she's willing. Desire feels effortless when there is emotional safety. Another sign is how she responds to escalation. When intimacy is desired, escalation feels natural, not rushed or blocked. If you pause, she stays present. If you move closer, she doesn't pull away. Consent becomes mutual and unspoken, grounded in comfort and connection. Importantly, she does not test you as much anymore. The emotional checks fade because you've already demonstrated stability, respect, and confidence. The need to evaluate is replaced by the willingness to experience. At this stage, intimacy is no longer about signals, it's about flow. Two people moving together without tension.